Hello and welcome. So today we're going to be taking another stab at Big Bad Wolf and Nakon's Cthulhu the Cosmic Abyss. I obviously didn't realize the other day that it is a puzzle game, and I am not too bright, so we're going to see how today's session goes. With that being said, let's jump right into it. Okay, continue. So I remember I couldn't find my way out the maze. But the trouble is, this game immediately fills me with anxiety because it says there is like two solutions to everything. One which will be bad for you and one which will be good. Okay. Okay. Influence of influence of the artifact. Let's have a quick look. So, transcription from Kala Kasonka to Andrew Marsh, the head of the company that's been doing all this mining and dining. I compiled my notes from previous months. The archives confirm that I've been observing the psychological state of the archives confirm what I've been observing. The psychological state of the team is degrading at an alarming rate. Yes, of course it would be logical to observe a certain degradation of team morale and mental health as the mission is prolonged. Time is a crucial factor in confined space, but this is not what's unfolding here. Transcription continued. Today is the 21st. 17 employees out of 36 have come to see me for sleeping problems, nightmares or insomnia this month. Last month there were only 5 cases. I was forced to prescribe several anti-anxiety treatments and increase the dosage of patients already on medication. And I've also noticed several altercations between members of the team that required several stitches. Several reports are piled up on your desk. Something is happening, Mr. Marsh, whether you like it or not. I understand this mission is crucial to you, but the artifact is not worth your crew's health. You need to act. Hypothesis. The email leads one to believe that there is a relationship between the artifact and the deterioration of mental health of the crew. Andrew Marsh does not seem concerned about it. No, he does not. But, his whole thing is money, isn't it? Right, so let's go back. And I had a new clue came up. So let's have a look. So I'm sure this artifact has got something to do with the exit through the maze. But I am also going to connect these two because it's just all connecting to Andrew Marsh, isn't it? Right. Let's have a look around, see if I can find anything on this computer. Is there anything else before I do? Minor clue. Marsh's diary. Transcription. Arrived late in the day, forced to stick to standard procedures, installation, medical cleanup, briefing, nothing to report. I would like to descend tonight, but Selena prefers not to take any risks. Very well, I will wait. It is her without a doubt. His city. We have found it. The labyrinth that guards it will be difficult to excavate, but I will not retreat. No one will retreat. We are so close. I will succeed where the other children of Obed failed. I was naive to believe conventional methods would be enough. Naive to think these people could pierce what only faith can reveal. Science and engineering are of no use here. I sinned through pride. Tomorrow I will place myself under his gaze. If he feels it, I will open the way to his city. I have faith. Interesting. Oh. What's this over here? Marsh's notes. The dreams are stronger here, more tangible. The shadows follow me every night. They sense how close to him I am, and they hound me with their pleas. Every night the same psalms, the same lamentations, and when I wake I am met again by that cursed labyrinth, those infernal loops. I am suffocating. I am exhausted. I must hold on. If I falter, I abandon him. Impossible. Brothers and sisters, have faith. Okay, so he keeps talking about faith being more important than science and reasoning. Sounds like a Republican, am I right? This is a shower. Probably not much in there. I wonder if... Oh, what's this over here? The scratches. Ooh, additional information here. We discovered that the pit station has never really stopped its activities. More surprising, Andrew Marsh in person is overseeing operations. The billionaire seems to have discovered an underwater city hidden behind a labyrinth. While attempting to cross the maze, we encountered an obstacle defying the laws of space-time. The rooms inside the maze loop back to themselves. Our progress has been greatly impacted. Regardless of the setback, our mission is not yet compromised. Andrew Marsh and his team were able to pass through. It is up to us to discover how. I think that's going to be important. What if... No. So it's incorrect. See if I can find anything else. Okay, so pit station logs.
There are traces of activity on September 24th.
And some pretty unusual ones.
Day before my birthday. I note a completely inactive period between the 31st of August 2053 and the 24th of September 2053. The prior logs correspond to standard activity for any station. Let's have a look, let's see. An unknown biosignature seems to have entered the station following Anastasia and then left. Huh. Where did the unidentified entity revealed by the station logs go? Ooh. What we got here? Two agents on the Ocean Eye exit one of the tunnels of the maze. See attached photograph. That's that one there. An unknown mass has taken one of the tunnels of the maze. Okay.
Go, Anastasia! Take the artifact and go!
Okay. Okay, so here's
Most
the
of the
active.
crew didn't make it.
Indeed. But Marsh's sensor is still active. We have to find him.
Ocean Eye seems to have equipped their employees with subcutaneous implants. Oh, Hill ATV, glad to have you. I'm doing very well. How are you doing? I don't know if you're any good at puzzle games, but right now I am struggling. Okay, so maybe I can track their implants. Let's have a look. So I actually think that the claw marks are to do with that unidentified entity. So let's move this one. No, incorrect. All right. Is that stuff that only seems to exist when spooky things are happening? Strange matter. Mysterious green-coloured sap of extra-dimensional origin. Thick and invasive. Similar to the sample sent to Ansal, collected near the temporal portal activated by Agent Mei Wong, Ansal suspects the matter to be living, but beyond the bounds of time. Let's analyse that. 2 subclues. So the sap is very dense and moves. I detect cells similar to those in your biomedical scans. So, let's go through our clues. Anything new? Ah, so this is the other substance, is that strange matter. So I can connect those two. Which means if I... It's through here. So the pipe is 50 centimeters in diameter, probably used for water overflow. Let's... So I can search for steel if need be now. Strange matter again. Maintenance team emails. From Earl Blakely to maintenance team. 12th of July 2053. Hello everyone, I was able to figure out the conduit problem with a woman from my analysis team. She confirmed what Stanley suspected. The deposits we found in the pipe seem to be coming from the relics, and there is no way they can stop their research. As there is no way they can stop their research work, we've established a protocol to keep the thing contained. In short, every subject brought back will be put in an airtight crate, like the ones they use to send their samples to the other complexes. We'll see soon enough if this solves the pipe plugging problem. From Rick Ward to Earl Blakely and maintenance team. Hello, the weird viscous stuff doesn't worry them any more than that. It's not dangerous. And Earl Blakely said, they play with the stuff all day and I haven't seen anyone growing a third arm. Let's just say that's a good sign. Alright. There's more. Okay. Attempt to clean the pipe. A thick greenish sap is obstructing a large portion of the pipe. Other conduits are probably affected by the infestation. Titanium. Lovely. Much like Sia.
They've fused with this bizarre substance.
This substance is spreading throughout the compound, perhaps via the pipes.
Service memo. Green sector intervention. Hello everyone, we ask you to avoid all activity near the green sector if possible. The maintenance team is on site today to replace the recently compromised pipes with new titanium conduits. Thank you for your cooperation. P. Nichols. I get around this way? Is there anything in here?
Key. What is this?
A shard of the shining trapezohedron? The Ancile lost track of this dangerous artifact after it was thrown into Narragansett Bay in 1934.
I shouldn't leave it lying around.
But I don't know if that's a glitch on my side. Sorry about that. What we got over here? Where's my other question I got? So what's this question here? Where did the unidentified entity revealed by the station logs go? I think it's in the green sector. That's why they blocked it off. Nope. Wrong. Cargo manifest. Ready for expedition. Transfer module. Arch, relics, stone tablets, debris, statuettes, mineral samples, samples from the pedestal, samples from the artifact casing, biological samples, collected samples, and of hybrid mucus. Is that through here? It's locked, and that looks like it's flooded. This is the way I came in. Medical. Interesting. Right, so... So, Terrell Curtis's medical file. file is part of the personnel medical records. Unlike the others, it has recently been modified. Born the 26th of January 2019 in Danvers, Massachusetts. He's a mechanic, no prior medical antecedents. History of consultations, past, muscle pain and fatigue, vitamin D, calcium, phosphate. Checkup, patient was unusually distant, weak. Examination by Earl Blakely. Patient, so that's the doctor who's been talking to Andrew Marsh, isn't it? Okay, so and then you can see he's quite quickly deteriorating. Crisis, self-harm attempt, frontal skull fracture. Interesting. I note a clear shift in Tara's behaviour starting in July 2053. The artifact mentioned seems to have an impact on his medical condition.
Fucking hell! What the fuck is going on?
There's a corpse caught in the mass.
Yeah, I see it.
It looks like the sap we saw in the engine room.
Same we found at May's place. Shit. What the hell happened?
Okay, so this is the mechanic we just spoke about. Lifeless body, male, mid-40s, found deep wound found on the frontal region of the skull. The victim is covered in the same greenish substance found in the hallway leading to the machine room. The material seems to have spread from Terrell's corpse. Presence of an unknown substance in the brain region I detect similar to those found in your biomedical scans. Okay, well that's not fun, is it? Okay.
The victim received massive blunt force trauma to the skull.
According to the report, the wounds were self-inflicted. I've never seen this degree of delusion or pain. Maybe he wanted to get something out of his head.
Yeah, maybe. Look. Okay, so this is from
The crew was living in close quarters for an extended period of time. They may have suffered from psychological duress, depression, paranoia.
I've been down here for just a few hours and my nerves are frayed.
Yeah, fair. That's fair enough, Noah. I've given thought to your proposed solution. I don't like it. Let me repeat that. But I don't have any alternatives now that Marsh has refused to acknowledge the expedition. Any alternatives now that Marsh has refused to acknowledge the expedition report? I'm going to proceed as you've suggested. Terrell will remain at the station until we return from the city. That said, I warn you, yes, the injection system could cover an absence of several weeks, but there is no way I'm leaving a patient alone for that long. I will leave with you then tomorrow, but I won't be gone for more than 2 days at most. This isn't negotiable. And Jeremy Bernard responded, "Hello, Calla. Understood, of course. I doubt that Andrew will agree to your request, especially since we'll soon need to report the incident to HQ. Do note concerning this subject, I've requested that Mr. Curtis's quarters be put under lock and key. The expert they will be sending will certainly request an interview with you. In the meantime, Mr. Curtis will be safe. You don't need to worry. Talk to you tomorrow." So, where were they sending her then? Okay, so these definitely seem connected. What's that? 2 agents. An unknown mass has taken up one of the. What's this up here? I wonder if the thing that's blocking the pipes. Okay, that's incorrect as well. Man, I am so confused. Another bot in the chat. But okay. So, notes from Jeremy Bernard. Mr. Bernard's journal contains several dozen entries, essentially related to his life on board Pit Station. I've reported the most recent extract here. This is on the 25th of August, so just under a month before everything really started going skewiff. To explain to him that this sudden departure was not the expected response in vain, Andrew won't let go of his bone. I know that I shouldn't be surprised. His obsession is, if anything, a constant. The discovery of the artifact has brought it to a boil, but Kala is right. The crew safety should be the first priority. These people need to take a breather, not to dive deeper into this cursed ocean. Am I overreacting? I've known Andrew for 20 years. He may be stubborn, but he's not cruel. Callum may be exaggerating. What are the supposed effects of the artifact on the crew? Okay, well, I think this is actually a relatively easy solve. Sorry, I pressed the wrong button, so bear with me 1 second. It's going to take me to the Legion home. Maybe it won't. Hey. Okay, so what have we got? Let's connect these up first of all. Okay, so I've got a new subclue. Several testimonies seem to attest to the dangerous nature of the artifact. Okay, so I need to, realistically, I need to find that artifact. Where is that? And the influence of the artifact definitely needs to be connected to this. Where is that? Aha. So the new bit, oh, a couple of new things. The photograph shows an unidentified mass leaving the zone through a tunnel in the maze. The same one that I took earlier is most likely the way out of the labyrinth. Following the creature could lead us to the maze. So then, if I move this in here, okay. This seems to connect to this stuff here. How did Marsh's crew manage to make its way through the labyrinth? Did they follow the weird ooze, do you reckon? They did not. Alright. Most likely I'll... So then if I can scan the scratches, that should help me find my way through the labyrinth. Okay, well that's not what it seems to think, but that's what I think. So what if... so what was in the scratch? Alpha keratin? think I need a bit more. Okay, what we got up here? More crew quarters and more sap. It's a guitar. Okay. Notes on the teams. This is it. The teams are ascending. The first of 2 trips, according to the official communique. If they only knew. I think I'm kind of jealous of these people. To see the surface again, feel the sun on my skin, catch up with loved ones. Unemployment would be the price, that said, and a web of lies to wrap it all up in a bow. Being indispensable does have its bright side. Spending more months in complete isolation takes a toll on the morale, but I know that I won't regret this. I signed up for this, and frankly, it was time we found the city. And even if that means saying goodbye to my pals, oh well, we'll see each other soon enough. Okay, so they seem to think they're going to find the city, which is on the other side of the labyrinth, so they must have known how. So I can find the scratches. Oh, this is Anastasia. This is the one who went missing. Document contains several dozen entries of differing interest depending on this period. I've isolated the most recent ones. Another excavated tunnel, new rooms, new loops. I feel like Sisyphus on his hill. Marsh went into the labyrinth alone. Selena enjoys reminding us that we gotta have faith, as George Michael said. Unbelievable. Oh wait, and Jeremy just rolls with it. Unbelievable, and to think they were all there when Pedro's corpse was fished out of at the beginning of the year, except he got lost. What's going to come of the expedition now? HQ is going to stop everything once Marsh's disappearance becomes official. I guess they'll just transfer us somewhere else. That's if they don't just up and lay us all off. Tech genius, my ass. He made it back? How? So I wonder if that's Marsh. I was able to get close to the artifact. Placed on the pedestal, the whole structure begins to make sense. Oh, sorry. So I need this artifact. We're making progress. That's good. Zafir, my angel. Why won't you just let me sleep? Marsh led Arif, Zachary, and I beyond the current to check out the city in preparation for an expedition that seems imminent. What I saw, you can't imagine it, not even in a dream. I just put my finger on the dream of my entire profession. It makes me shiver. Okay, so go in here, anything good? Sorry, my controller's disconnected. Music books. Okay. So I think there's something to do with this current. This current and that. Presence of residue. So if I put the artifact on that, then it will open up a path there. It's beyond the current. And that, if I connect to that. Okay. And then this. It looks like I can't open that one. Huh. This must be.
Oh man, the smell.
I detect a high concentration of iron, ammonia, and
Sweat. Blood, piss, and sweat.
Yeah. This must be the mechanics quarters where he was. Was he? Oh. Okay. Multiple splatters across the walls and floor. The blood was used. Oh, can you... Damn controller. Okay, I think it's because if I move my hands too far away, it just makes it go a bit funny. Okay, so what was I saying? So it's Terrell Curtis, mechanic employed by Ocean Eye. Even more, saying relay quite a lot. This computer's broken. Okay, so stains are concentrated around the point of impact. A fist or headbutt could be the cause of a similar trauma. And Terrell Curtis. I mean, it's probably a headbutt, I imagine, based on...
It's the blood of the guy we found in the medical unit. This is where he smashed his brains out.
This might be where the artifact is. Yeah, I think that's the artifact here. Decontamination chamber. Chamber is locked by an authorization terminal requiring a keycard. Presence of 2 unknown objects inside. I'm going to read this clue and then I'm going to take a quick break. Preparatory notes for the exploration minutes. Team. Gorty Arbrek, Anastasia Waleko, Arif El Fassi, Elder Russo, and Lily Bowden. It was decided 2 days earlier, the 15th of November, to carry out a preliminary foray into the structure revealed through drilling. Sent in the early morning exploration of the tunnel and the first chamber division of the team into 2 groups. One group has remained in the antechamber to analyze the vestiges. The other group went to explore the western cavity, loop. They're going to take us for madmen, and frankly, I couldn't blame them. It would be best to bring them here so that they can see the anomaly for themselves. The more I write, the more I tell myself that a report won't suffice. Anastasia Waleko? I agree entirely. I'm going to bring Bernard down here somehow. Keep your note in any case, Arif El Fassi. I'm sure they'll be useful. Okay, so what? So transcription from a month later by the looks of it. Okay, he's here, and then Groupie. Arif is playing innocent, but he is just as affected. Andrew Marsh. Haha, Merry Christmas, guys. Wait, how weird. Okay. So I'm just going to take a quick break. But no, stay tuned. I'll be back shortly. And we're back. Hello. So let's see if we can figure out how to get through the labyrinth. Did I look at this computer yet? No, I didn't. Okay, hypothesis on the utilization of the artifact. This report of several dozen pages was written by Elder Russo. I have compiled the more pertinent extracts. So is this like Key doing that? Key is like the AI thing. So it's like, you know, when you Google something, instead of giving you like the websites now, it gives you the AI overview. Maybe in 30 years' time, when this is set, AI might actually work. Iconic. What a fantastic and drag way to start a journal entry in a horror game. We noticed the presence of a pedestal that seems to serve a dual purpose, a milestone for the maze, a way to mark its symbolic importance, and also as support for the artifact. That noted, the observed diffusion effect after the association with the pedestal and artifact seems to highlight the religious and or cultural role of the ensemble. Working as a sort of torch, the artifact on its pedestal guides the traveller through the paths of the labyrinth, which is insurmountable without it. Alright, I think I've found the answer. So I need the artifact, but it's in the decon chamber. So first of all, let's see. There's the decontamination chamber here. Okay, so I was right. So nuclear placing a specific artifact on the pedestal base in the entrance to the labyrinth would allow us to navigate with more ease. So it's just a decontamination chamber. Okay. So I don't know if any of you played like the Sherlock Holmes games where you had the mind map in that, but this is like much more free than those. So it's all right. So if we try and track down a key card, then we can get the artifact, place it in the pedestal, which is here. Then that will guide us through the labyrinth. But also simultaneously we can follow the creature that will lead us through. So I reckon that's going to be like the bad solution, whereas if we actually guide ourselves through. Let's try and find that key card. Show off the excavation site. Oh. Photographs of the maze. Is that the area that I found? Hidden clue detected. shot of one of the chambers in the labyrinth. Photograph of the maze's antechamber. Shot of first room from the maze. Is that the artifact that's there? Yeah, that's the artifact in the pedestal. But it looks like the artifact's broken, based on what I can see. Trace samples of hybrid mucus on several rocky surfaces. The shots via scans taken in the zone have revealed the presence of clear patterns palmed of a span of approximately 25 centimeters. The preliminary observations taken to date, 4 prints of various types: superior left, inferior left, superior right, and inferior right. The deposits of hybrid mucus were collected and will be sent to the analysis department in Complex B. The crates are stored and ready in the transfer module. Interesting.
Might be worth taking a look out there.
I agree.
Ooh. Yeah. So it seems to be if I move my controllers too far away. Oh, where was I? Complex B.
It's locked.
This appears to be a badge reader.
Say no more.
Okay, it's Anastasia. We found Anastasia's room, didn't we? Is that the room with the guitar in it? Experiments in hybrid mucus. Traces found, solid surfaces, maze corridors, rocks, possible footholds, almost invisible to the naked eye. Hypothesis: use an ultraviolet lamp. Conclusion: no, it's ineffective. Discussion with Camille and David: an interesting lead. Frequencies: I was given a sample. I'll test it with my radio. It works. The mucus responds. It's clearly visible. Inform Camille and David and also the security team. Gort will want, or Gote will want to track this thing. Ooh. Should we listen to this?
Great. So, Mr. Marsh, about this temple, could you describe exactly what you saw there? What were its dimensions, for example, or the layout of its structure?
It was a large building, consisting of several wings. There were large pillars, several altars, basins.
Would you be able to link a specific time period to all this, even vaguely?
I don't have your eye, Miss Oleshko. All I can tell you is that the whole thing looked very old, antique.
That's a start.
Don't worry about the details. You'll soon have plenty of time to question the shadows. I'll take you there shortly.
You're planning an expedition? So early?
We've been going around the circles in this damn maze for 8 months now. I believe you've had ample time to carry out all the analysis you wanted. We need to move forward.
I understand. Anna, please stop the recording.
Okay, so we're quite eager to get down there. Bit of an eager beaver is our Andrew. And as we know from any Lovecraftian story, that's always the best way to be. Just go in completely blind, hope for the best. It was over here, wasn't it? Aha! Okay. Okay, so I can now look for key cards, which is good. It means I can find Angela's if need be. But my corruption has gone up because I didn't have any energy. But a win is a win. So then if I Whoops. $7.6 meters. Over there. Take that. I just forgot that you can pick things up. finicky. Okay. Hey, it's Anastasia's card.
Finally. There's something amiss with this thing.
Okay, so fragment of an artifact. There may be other fragments of this object. Presence of a cavity on one of the faces of the object. Object was made from a celestial material, probably a porous meteorite. Traces of an extra-dimensional sap lodged in the interior of the object. Match the substance similar to that found in the machine room. I also detect a match with the cells found in your biomedical scans. Okay. What's this? Okay, and this is pretty much the same. Can I put them together? Unpin that now that I've managed to open it. And these are all flooded, so I can't go in there. You know, this game reminds me of a little bit. It reminds me of, I don't know if anyone saw Underwater with Kristen Stewart. Really good film. Oh. That's worrying. Large quantity, fatal blood loss without immediate medical treatment. Anastasia Waleko, archaeologist employed by Ocean Eye. Oh, I'm sorry, Anastasia.
What happened?
Get in here. Oh dear. That's...
Anastasia Waleshko, ID number 278903. I just got back from Camp Moo. Era fled with me. We had to run after Selena summoned that thing. We tried to stop her, I swear. It had to be stopped. That's why I broke the artifact. I got most of it. The rest is back in the maze. And Arif, he's... I don't think he made it. That thing, it caught up to us and then... I brought what was left of the artifact back here. It's safe in the lab. That thing, it's here.
Okay. That was unsettling. I'm just out here carrying around. The pieces of the artifact mentioned seem to be located in the station and the maze. Alright, well I guess I can... I mean, the thing is, it seems to be pushing me to find the pieces of the artifact and get through the maze, right? But quite clearly, that's not a good idea. Like, this is what's left of Anastasia now. Walechko, I've been pronouncing it wrong, so apologies for that. But still, it's those scratches again. So it's the same thing. Right, well, let me just make a note of the fact that alright, so it's connected to the artifact. And the artifact itself. Connected to the stone pedestal. What's going on here? I think it's just out on its own. Okay. So, you know, I am a little confused about what's going on. But I think that's obviously the nature of this kind of thing. It's... I was going to tell you. So there's... So do I need to go back out and find the pieces of the fragment? Oh, whoops daisy. So again, I should say that majority of my gaming is done on a Nintendo Switch in handheld mode. So every now and then I'm going to be pressing the B button thinking it's the A button. Right, do I want to explore anymore? Well, first of all, let's... Oh. So what is the artifact made of? Astral stone and extra dimensional sap. So if I then search for that, and that. I can save that as a favourite, because I imagine I'm going to be needing that quite a lot. So alpha keratin, section of another substance in quantity too small. Ooh, tutorial for sonar favourites. After activating the desired sonar frequencies, press X to save a favourite. Frequency 1, 2, or 3 frequencies. Use them to change your active frequencies more quickly. Switch from one favourite to another from the sonar tab while exploring. Okay. That will be a bit of a time saver. Should we see what we can find? Let's go underwater. Something this game does really well is it uses music really well. So most of the time there isn't like a lot of music happening. It's very dark out here. Going the wrong way, do you reckon? So if I guys, I think I'm lost. Oh, and almost over there. Is that the way in? Oh no, that's the way. Well, let's go the way that I know works. the... Yeah, because it was following the copper. Sorry, every now and then I'll hum that because Billy Talent just released that as a single. Excuse my little fans. Right, shall we?
Nothing.
Something must be missing.
I must be doing something wrong.
Okay. We need to do the rest of it. Okay, artifact incomplete. Where is the last fragment of the artifact to be found? Well, where was... That's why I broke the artifact. I got most of it. The rest is back in the maze. So... Cool. So... The recordings from the communications module seem to indicate that it is inside the maze, certainly near where Anastasia's colleague died. Okay, so that Anastasia's colleague must be the guy we saw floating. So I'm trying to remember which was how we got there. Have to follow the copper rope, don't we? Okay. Okay. There it is. First amounts of... Okay, so we can assume that he was probably killed by whatever that monster was. But as we're here, Right.
Nothing.
Something must be missing.
Okay, give me a second.
Is it real or is this thing spreading? You picking this up?
It's the same substance found in the machine room, and similar to what we found in May's home.
It looks like it's leading somewhere. I can follow the trail.
Okay. So do you reckon that was the bad way? Because they say there's a good way and a bad way to solve everything. Whereas if I'd followed like the scratches, let's.
Currents. Moving forward won't be easy.
Good job, I've got a little jet. Okay. What was that thing that came up? just have to follow the slime. Follow the slime! Put an S in the chat for slime. Please join me for S's in the chat for slime.
Noah!
Shit!
Oop.
Okay. Finally. I'm glad that's over.
Congratulations are in order, but we still have to find Andrew Marsh.
I have questions. He has answers. Let's go and find him.
Look for good solutions. So for that one, do you reckon if we just followed like the scratch marks and tried to track down that monster? Okay, so all my clues have gone, all my stuff is gone. So it must be... Ooh. What was that? The temple. We were able to make it through the labyrinth, but Andrew Marsh's trail leads ever onward. Oceanite installed their camp in the area, finding it would be a good place to start and understand what they were really doing here. Okay. Huh. Oh, cutscene. Ooh. Okay, looks like we are in the throes of it now. Chapter 3, The Temple.
Have you ever seen anything like this?
I've reviewed numerous records of underwater structures, but none come close to this. This is extraordinary.
If only Elsa were here.
And again, like, the music design in this game is really good. It's like kind of like no music, and then it's just punctuated for every key and serious moment. But I think, as we've got to quite a nice little stopping point, let's call it, I'm going to call it there. Put my So obviously, no, thank you for watching and joining and chatting and keeping me company while I realized that puzzle games, I'm not very good at them, but I'm getting there. And it's fun to kind of reach that point. Like there's a moment in that last chapter where you kind of solve everything all at once because it all ties together. So I would definitely recommend it based on that. But yeah, so if you like seeing this and want me to do more, if you've got any recommendations of different games I can play that you think would be good for me to get the best idea of what scares humans, please let me know in the comments and in the chat or send me a message. But most importantly, if you could please give me a follow, especially those of you watching on Twitch. So we're very, very close to affiliate status now. So we can start making a bit more money from this and give us the chance to carry on doing it and play around and figure out what makes everyone tick. And if you do, that would be greatly appreciated. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. But no, once again, thank you all for watching and joining in with me wherever you could. And follow, subscribe, and then turn your notifications on, and you'll know when I go live. Obviously, we have our Dungeons and Dragons actual play that goes every other Sunday, so the VOD is up for that on Twitch, and an edited episodic version will be coming to YouTube very, very soon. But in the meantime, like I said, notifications on, and that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much, and I will see you all on the next one. Maybe, if I can work my computer. Sorry, what? Talk about chopped unk, right?